Hello everyone, my name is Angela. Welcome to my channel, The Simple Quiet Life, where we make it our ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind our own business, and to work with our hands as we are instructed in 1 Thessalonians 4:11. So today I am making a video in response to Judy at I think her channel is, she recently changed it, I believe, A Faithful and Simple Kind of Life. I'm sorry, Judy, if I didn't get that right. I will make a response video to her grocery haul because she was kind of comparing some prices from where she lives in Louisiana, and I wanted to compare price. She was asking how much things cost in our area. So we are in eastern Indiana, and I'm going to go ahead and go into a grocery store called Kroger. I'm not sure, excuse me, if Louisiana has Krogers or not, but we have Krogers here, and we are going to go into Kroger. And I just did my grocery shopping a few days ago, so I'm not going to do any grocery shopping, but I am going to go around and try to find some of the things that Judy showed us and compare some prices. So come with me into the grocery store and we will do some looking around and price comparing. All right, so we have some things on our list here that Judy showed us, such as tenderized bottom round steak, Jenny O turkey, ground round, some Little Debbie muffins, miniature muffins, Starbucks coffee creamer, and some other things. So we're going to go on in here and look for some of these things here. And I might show you along the way some of the things that I generally get. I go to the Kroger most of the time, and it's not a discount store, but I'm sort of a one-stop shopper. So our discount store around here is called Aldi's. A lot of people go there for more discounted food. I should go there, but I'm just very convenience. I'd rather do convenience, I guess, than price. So let's see. I normally start over here in the produce, and I come to usually the organic section. They've got organics over here. So I look for I usually get the baby spinach, which is this kind right here. And that's $3.49 for the package. A lot of times Kroger will have, they will have the produce on sale. You can get 2 for $5 or 2 for $4, something like that. Today it doesn't look like they do, but normally I'll get that, and then I also get the baby spring mix. But I try to get it when it's on sale. I hope everyone can hear me because it is kind of noisy in here with the music. So as I go around and look for the things that Judy showed us, I'll go ahead and show you some of the things that I normally buy. And then I usually come over here, of course, red onions. And I think something Judy had on her list was sweet onions in a bag for $2.98. So let's go over here and see what we have here at our store. So I'm not really familiar with sweet onions. I usually do white onions, and there's white onions there for $3.49 a bag, and the bag is 48 ounces. And then we have here the red onions, 3 pounds for $3.79, and maybe the yellow ones are the sweet ones, Judy. I'm not sure. I don't usually buy yellow onions, but let me see. This is a 3-pound bag, and it costs $2.99. So I'm not sure what size yours was, Judy, but it looked like your sweet onions were $2.98 for the bag. All right, so let's move on over to the Little Debbie snacks. Over here are just the bananas, and then a lot of times I will get what they call Simple Truth chicken. It has no antibiotics or hormones in it. I doubt they have any today, but some days they do. And I'll normally get that from the deli over here when it's hot and fresh, but obviously it's morning. They don't have it ready yet. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna go over here to the Little Debbie snacks, see what we have. We don't always have a really great selection of things, but Judy, you had said that you got the Little Debbie miniature muffins, and I'm looking for those. There they are. So they're right up there, miniature muffins, and yours cost, let's see, $2.47 each. So, oh wow, ours are $3.19. So yeah, $3.19. That's a lot more than you're paying, Debbie. Judy, I don't know why I said Debbie, but so anyway, that's a lot more than you're paying. Now sometimes Kroger will have these tags, and if you use your Kroger card, then you can get a discount when you ring up at the cash register. But obviously these aren't on sale right now. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the Little Debbie Mother's Day cakes. I don't see those. Sometimes they have a special display where they'll have, you know, special holiday things displayed differently in a different place. I don't know. These are more like a baseball. These are Hostess. Well, let me just go back to the Little Debbie's and see. Let's see. Judy, you said yours. I don't think you said the price on yours, but ours are, for the birthday cake Little Debbie box, is $3.19. I don't really think you said the price on yours. I know why I said Debbie, because I was looking at Little Debbie's. Sorry, Judy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go around to the meat section. And well, first of all, I think I'm going to go down here where the Lay's are. So Judy, you pointed out to us that you got Lay's barbecue for $3.28. And let's see, ours cost $3.99. Now you can buy 2 and get 2 free if you want 4 of them. But normally I would just buy 1 or 2 at a time, probably just 1. But that is for, let's see, a 7 3/4 ounce bag. So ours costs slightly more than Judy's cost, where she is in Louisiana. All right, and as I said, this is not a discount store, so you're going to pay more. Let me see what else. Okay, Judy, you were showing us some almond milk. I know we have that in our store. Now we have all the coffees here. We don't drink coffee in our family. My husband and I don't like coffee. I sometimes have coffee in another drink, like maybe add it to a drink, a flavor, just a little flavor, but we don't drink coffee. So I don't know anything about coffee prices, but we do get tea. And here's our tea section. I don't really need any tea. I've got all the tea I need right now, so I haven't really been looking at tea lately. But there is a tea at Walmart that I really like. I also do like this kind of tea here at Kroger. It's an organic mushroom instant tea. It's kind of expensive. It's $10.99, but if you have your Kroger card, you can get it for $9.99. And then if you, let's see, is that a digital coupon? I think that means digital for $8.99. I'm not really sure what that means, but this is a really good tea. I've tried the chai, and even though I love chai, I don't like chai in this kind. But I do like the instant black tea, and it just basically, you just scoop it out into a spoon, and then with a spoon, and put it in your hot water and stir it up. That's all you have to do, and it's very, very good. I love that stuff. It's mushroom tea. So I don't know really if that counts as tea, but they call it tea. So let's go over to the the almond milk. I'm trying to remember what brand Judy got. So I want to say you got, Judy, you got Almond Breeze, the unsweetened kind. That's what I have written down, that you had unsweetened almond milk. So we have it here, and Judy paid $3.48 for it, and our price is $2.29. So wow, there's something there that's a little bit lower than Judy's prices. And I normally get, when I do shop here, I normally get oat milk. So I get this kind right here, which is $4.39. I don't buy it, like drink it, you know, every single day. I just like add it to tea, and then sometimes I'll put it in smoothies once in a while, or use it to make chocolate milk out of. But generally speaking, I use Califia more often to make the chocolate milk. But I do buy this sometimes. It is kind of expensive, but I don't buy it, like I don't spend a lot on it, buy it that often. Okay, so let's go ahead and move along to the next section here. Judy said that she got a bag of sugar, and let's see here how much the sugar is here. So Judy, I'm not sure what size bag you had, but I'm assuming it looked like a normal, typical size bag of sugar, not a small one or extra big. So we have sugar for $3 a bag at Kroger, and this is the no, wait a minute, I looked at that wrong. So Judy's sugar was $3 a bag. Our sugar is $2.89 for a 4-pound bag of Smartway brand, and the Kroger brand is priced at $3.49 for a 4-pound bag. So I think 4-pound is typically the typical size right now for a bag of sugar, because even the Domino sugar is 4 pounds and it's $4.99. It's a lot more. So it looks like we do have one brand that's cheaper than what Judy got. That's probably what I would choose right there. And then we do have one brand, the Kroger brand, for a little bit more than what Judy paid. And sometimes I will buy, we don't use a lot of sugar, so I don't typically buy a big bag unless I know I'm going to be baking a lot. And I will typically buy, let me see what I see it here. So sometimes I'll get this. This is like the Simple Truth organic cane sugar. This is $3.29. You don't get very much. You get 24 ounces, which is a lot less than you would in the other bag, but I don't use that much, so I usually stick with that. And then I wanted to show some maple syrup. I buy a lot of maple syrup, and it is pretty expensive right now. I use maple syrup in place of sugar as much as I can. And sometimes I use honey, but I don't really like the taste of honey in a lot of different baked items. But I will buy this kind of maple syrup here. It costs $15.99. It's $18.99. I would not pay that much for it. I would not pay $18.99. But if you use the coupon, you can get it for $15.99, which is still high, but it's 32 ounces, so it goes pretty far. And then on a regular basis, I'll buy the smaller ones, the smaller bottles. And a lot of times what I'll do is I will buy cocoa. Let's see, I can't find the cocoa here, but I will buy cocoa powder. So Hershey's has one. We used to buy the dark, and I don't know, I think they've stopped selling the dark, but we'll buy that. Or Walmart does have an organic cocoa powder, which we'll buy, and I'll make that and sweeten the hot chocolate, make hot chocolate or cold chocolate milk using maple syrup as the sweetener, and it is delicious. All right, so we're going to move on to the meat. Let's go over here and look for some of what Judy had. So looking for the bottom round steak. Okay, well here we have top round steak. Let me see. I don't buy this stuff very often just because it's so expensive, but top round. Okay, well, I can't find any bottom round. We're going to go ahead and look at the top round steaks. We have a package here that's you get 4 of them in the package. Pull that camera out a little bit further. So there are 4 in the package. The unit price is $11.99 a pound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 in there for $20.14. I think, Judy, you had said that you bought 5 of the bottom round steaks for $20. So I would say it's about the same price. I don't know what size yours were, but a similar price. So there's somebody hanging out in the meat section, so I'm going to go ahead and move on, and then I'll come back to the meat in a few minutes. Starbucks coffee creamer. Well, I'm going to go on down to the Chobani yogurt and see how much that is. I'll show you the Califia that I buy. They have an almond coconut milk in here that I really love. It's this right here. Califia Farms, $4.79, and you get 48-ounce bottle of it. This stuff is really delicious, and I will buy this to make chocolate milk, and then I also have a chai, like a special chai drink that I make, especially in the fall, with it's like a chai tea sort of, and I add cinnamon to it and cloves and some other things just to make a really warm, delicious drink. So if you like that kind, that makes a really good base for it. And then I'll also buy, we don't drink a lot of milk, but when I do buy milk, I try to buy the organic whole milk. I always buy whole milk. I just think it tastes better, but I wouldn't pay that much for it. Sometimes I get this brand over here that's Organic Valley. It's $5.79 for half a gallon, which is really too much to pay, but as I said, we don't drink that much, so it doesn't go very fast. All right, so we're going to go on over to the Chobani yogurt and see how much that is. All right, so here on the list, Judy said that she got Chobani yogurt, the individual little containers of it, for $1.78 each. And I'm looking at ours. We have 2 for $3. Ours are 2 for $3 if you use this is the everyday low price. Okay, so there we have. So ours are about $1.50 a piece right now, and it says it's the everyday low price. If you get the less sugar kind, it's $1.79. So that would be a penny more than Judy paid. But Judy, I think you probably had the regular kind. I'm not sure, but ours is a little bit cheaper than yours would be. So we would pay $1.50. You're paying $1.78. All right. So let's go down to the cheese, and it seems like we'll go look at the block cheese. Okay, here's another thing that Judy had on her list. It was the butter. I'm trying to find it on my list here. You guys probably see it before I do. Smart Balance margarine. There it is. Smart Balance margarine. So Judy paid $3.98 for Smart Balance margarine. Let's see how much it is here in Eastern Indiana. Here we go. All right, here it is right here. I'm not sure which kind you had, Judy. We have one that's in olive oil, and that is $3.59. And then we have the regular original, which is also $3.59. So it looks like we are paying less in Eastern Indiana than Judy's paying in Louisiana. All right, and we're gonna go down to the block cheese. And Judy found 16 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese for $4.98 for two, I think she said. $4.98 for two. So let's go ahead and look for a block of sharp cheddar cheese. Here we go. Sharp cheddar. Trying to see what our most discounted one would be. They don't have a lot of choices here on this. This is extra sharp cheddar. We have sharp cheddar here. This would be $4.59 for an 8-ounce block. If we got two of them, it would be way more than Judy paid. So let's see if we can find something cheaper than what she paid. We've got the Private Selection brand, which is Kroger's. It's really Kroger's brand. And we would probably need, here we go. So there we go. There's sharp cheddar. So let's look at this again. Judy got two 16 ounces for $4.98. That's really a good price. But we have two 16 ounces. If you buy two of them, you're going to pay $7 here for sharp cheddar. Okay, so Judy, I think you have definitely got it. Better prices on cheese. All right, let's go. I think we've looked at almost everything. I did want to go back to the meat to see if maybe we can look a little better now that maybe the person's gone who was looking at meat earlier. We'll go back here. I wanted to look at the Genio turkey. There were some frozen items that Judy showed us. I don't really know where ours would be. I don't buy a lot of frozen food other than just frozen vegetables, so I'm not sure. I'm not going to take the time to do that, but I did want to look at the Genio meat. Okay, maybe, I don't know if we have it or not. So I don't know. I've seen it before, but I don't know if we have it. We do have ground chicken breast here for, let's see here. We've got a 16-ounce package of ground chicken breast, Purdue brand, for $3.99 on sale. I think that's a good price. It's definitely better than ground beef. We have some ground turkey, the Kroger brand. It says no hormones, no preservatives, no added hormones or steroids for $4.49 for a 16-ounce package for 1 pound. You have to use your card for that. So, all right. Well, I think this is about it. Let me just turn the camera. Everyone, thank you for coming to the grocery store with me. Judy, I hope you enjoyed this grocery shopping today. I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here, and I do need to run to Walmart to get a couple things like cat litter. I won't buy that here because it's a lot more expensive, but I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps to compare prices in different places, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.